In the annals of human history, one conflict stands out as a crucible of courage and chaos: the Second World War. This global upheaval reshaped nations and destinies. Join us on a riveting journey through the phases that defined an era of tumultuous change. But before we start, please give us your like and subscribe in our channel. The Gathering Storm. The Gathering Storm was a pivotal phase that set the stage for the cataclysmic events of the Second World War. Imagine a world grappling with the aftermath of the First World War, burdened by economic hardships and political instability. In this fragile environment, ideologies clashed as totalitarian regimes rose to prominence. The expansionist ambitions of nations, coupled with the failure of diplomatic initiatives, fueled an atmosphere of uncertainty. During this phase, the ominous signs of an impending conflict became increasingly evident. The aggressive military build-ups, the rhetoric of leaders, and the erosion of international cooperation all contributed to the gathering clouds of war. The rise of fascist regimes, particularly in Germany and Italy, added a volatile element to the geopolitical landscape. The diplomatic failures, exemplified by the inability to prevent the annexation of Czechoslovakia, underscored the world's struggle to maintain peace. The League of Nations, established to prevent such conflicts, faltered in the face of these rising tensions. As alliances shifted and nations hesitated, the world found itself at the brink of a storm that would engulf it in unprecedented chaos. The Gathering Storm serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the consequences of political miscalculations and the perilous path that leads to global conflict. It was a phase of uncertainty, anxiety, and a sense of inevitability as the world hurtled towards a war that would reshape the destiny of nations and leave an indelible mark on history. The Blitzkrieg Unleashed. In the turbulent annals of the Second World War, Blitzkrieg Unleashed stands as a defining chapter, a relentless onslaught that shattered the tranquility of nations. Picture the early stages of the conflict, where the German war machine, under the strategic genius of military leaders like General Heinz Guderian, executed a lightning-fast and unprecedented style of warfare. Blitzkrieg, meaning lightning war in German, was characterized by rapid and coordinated movements of mechanized infantry, artillery, and air support. The strategy aimed to create a state of confusion and disarray among the enemy forces, rendering traditional defense mechanisms ineffective. Witness the swift and overwhelming German advances as they stormed through Poland, the Low Countries, and France. The use of tanks and aircraft in close coordination, coupled with innovative tactics, allowed the German military to achieve remarkable speed and surprise. This phase redefined the nature of warfare, catching opposing forces off guard and forcing a rapid re-evaluation of military strategies worldwide. As Blitzkrieg Unleashed unfolded, the world witnessed the formidable power of this military tactic, leaving a trail of chaos and transforming the landscape of conflict. The speed and audacity of the German military machine during this phase set the tone for the war's early years, illustrating the capacity for innovation and strategic brilliance in the theater of war. The Pacific Theater. Amidst the global canvas of the Second World War, a vast and tumultuous stage unfolded: the Pacific Theater. Envision an expansive battleground where the clash of naval fleets and island-hopping campaigns defined the ebb and flow of this maritime conflict. The Pacific Theater was a complex and dynamic arena, shaped by the strategic imperatives of island chains and vast stretches of ocean. Japan's expansionist ambitions set the stage for a series of intense battles that spanned from the coral reefs of the Pacific to the dense jungles of Southeast Asia. Naval supremacy played a pivotal role, with major engagements like the Battle of Midway and the Battle of the Coral Sea altering the course of the war. These naval clashes were not mere confrontations of ships, they were battles for control over vital sea routes and access to critical resources. The island-hopping strategy employed by Allied forces, spearheaded by General Douglas MacArthur and Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, showcased the necessity of adapting to the unique challenges of the Pacific. Each island became a strategic stepping stone, and the grueling amphibious assaults highlighted the resilience and determination of the Allied forces. The Pacific Theater was a theater of contrasts: vast expanses of open ocean, dense jungles, and heavily fortified islands. It demanded a flexible and adaptive approach to warfare, marking a distinct chapter in the broader narrative of the Second World War. As we explore this theater, we witness the interplay of naval might, island warfare, and the relentless pursuit of victory in a vast and unforgiving expanse. Turning tides. In the chronological tapestry of the Second World War, the phase known as turning tides emerged as a pivotal juncture period where the momentum of the conflict shifted and the course of history was irrevocably altered. Visualize the strategic chessboard as alliances and military strategies converged to shape the destiny of nations. Turning tides encapsulated a series of decisive moments, each leaving an indelible mark on the war's trajectory. One such momentous event was the D-Day landings on the beaches of Normandy. Witness the largest amphibious assault in history, where Allied forces stormed the shores, marking the beginning of the end for the Axis powers in Western Europe. On the Eastern Front, the Battle of Stalingrad unfolded as a brutal and protracted conflict, ultimately resulting in a turning point favoring the Soviet Union. Explore the resilience of the Soviet people and their determination to repel the German advance, signaling a shifting balance in the conflict. As the Allies gained momentum, other significant battles, like the Battle of Midway in the Pacific and the Battle of El Alamein in North Africa, further tilted the scales. The turning tides were not only military victories, but also strategic triumphs that reshaped the geopolitical landscape. This phase was characterized by the consolidation of Allied forces, the strategic brilliance of military commanders, and the undeniable spirit of resilience exhibited by nations at war. Turning tides marked the transition from a period of uncertainty to a growing sense of optimism, where the pursuit of victory became a collective endeavor on a global scale. Join us as we delve into this crucial phase, where the relentless pursuit of triumph altered the course of the Second World War. The final countdown. In the chronicles of the Second World War, the final countdown emerges as a poignant and dramatic phase, an epoch where the relentless efforts of the Allied forces culminated in the unraveling of the Axis powers. Visualize a world on the precipice of change, where the echoes of conflict reverberated through war-torn landscapes, marking the war's twilight. This phase encapsulated a series of events that hastened the demise of the Axis powers. Witness the relentless march of Allied forces as they closed in on the heart of Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. The Eastern Front saw the Soviet Red Army advancing steadily, reclaiming territories and bringing the war to the doorstep of Berlin. The Pacific Theater witnessed the strategic brilliance of Admiral Chester W. Nimitz and General Douglas MacArthur as they orchestrated island-hopping campaigns, inching closer to the Japanese homeland. Simultaneously, in Europe, the Normandy landings paved the way for the liberation of France and the steady advance toward the heart of German-occupied territories. As the war's intensity reached its zenith, so did the collective will of nations to end the conflict. The final countdown bore witness to the liberation of concentration camps, unveiling the horrors of the Holocaust and underscoring the imperative of justice. The Nuremberg trials became a symbol of accountability as the world sought to reckon with the atrocities committed during the war. The final countdown was a mosaic of triumphs, tragedies, and the indomitable human spirit. Explore the jubilation of a world yearning for peace, the challenges of post-war reconstruction, and the enduring legacy of sacrifice. Join us as we navigate through the closing chapters of the Second World War, where the pursuit of victory gave way to the arduous task of rebuilding a shattered world. Conclusion. Legacy of sacrifice. As the curtains fell on the Second World War, a profound and somber conclusion emerged: the legacy of sacrifice. Envision a world scarred by conflict, where the echoes of war resonated through the ruins of cities and the collective memory of nations. This concluding chapter is a reflection on the human cost, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring impact of sacrifice. The legacy of sacrifice is writ large in the stories of countless individuals who bore the brunt of war. From soldiers on the front lines to civilians caught in the crossfire, the war exacted a toll that extended far beyond the battlefield. Explore the poignant narratives of courage, loss, and the unwavering determination that defined this era. Cities reduced to rubble, families torn apart, and the profound grief of nations mourning their fallen heroes. These are the indelible imprints left by the war. The legacy extends to the survivors, whose lives were forever changed by the crucible of conflict. The resilience displayed in the aftermath of devastation became the foundation for rebuilding a fractured world. As we delve into the legacy of sacrifice, we confront the moral reckoning that followed. The Nuremberg trials and other post-war tribunals sought to bring accountability to those responsible for heinous crimes. The world, scarred by the revelations of the Holocaust, grappled with the imperative of never forgetting the atrocities committed and working towards a future free from such horrors. Yet, amidst the somber reflections, there emerged a glimmer of hope: the seeds of a new world order based on cooperation, unity, and the shared commitment to prevent such global cataclysms in the future. The legacy of sacrifice stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the pursuit of justice, and the collective aspiration for a world where the sacrifices of the past serve as a solemn reminder of the cost of war. Join us as we conclude this narrative, acknowledging the sacrifices made and honoring the enduring legacy that continues to shape our world.